This lectures we are going to learn how to restrict data in Excel. Okay, so I've created a sheet here. I've named it restricting data in Excel. I would want to zoom in so that you see it clearly. Good. So right now we are at D4, cell D4. Good. So this time around we would want to limit customers to certain amount of information that a cell can contain. Okay, so I want to restrict users from entering. We have selected cell D4 and we would want users to enter a number between 1 to 5. Okay, you can take any number you want, but I prefer using a number between 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 or 1 to 50. So we would want to restrict users to the number 1 to 5 in this particular cell. We select the cell and it's now active. Then we go to data. Okay, when we get to data, we go to data validation. Data validation are the data tools. And good, now there's a menu that pops up. The menu have a setting, the input message and the error. Okay, so now validating criteria, we have been able to allow any value, but this time around we are going to press the drop down and limit the cell to contain specific values we want it to contain. We say whole number, decimal, list, date, time, test length and what custom. The test length, we are going to restrict users from using some amount of words, let's say 5 letters or 3 letters, or we are limiting it to 2 letters. And right now our aim is to get a whole number that is between 1 and 5. So we press a whole number, we limit the cell to contain a whole number. Then they said the data should be between. Okay, when you press the drop down, you could see that not between, equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than, equal to. But this time around we would want it to be between. Okay, between. Okay, and the minimum number should be 1 and the maximum number should be 5. That's our goal. So when you press OK, now you realize that this cell has been restricted to specific information. So let's say I write 1 and I press OK. Oh, it have accepted it. Let's say I write 5 and I press OK. It have accepted. Let's say I write 3. Press OK. It have accepted it. Okay, let's say I write 6 and I press enter. Oh, there is an error sign here trying to tell me that the information I've placed in a cell D4 is not valid. Okay, so this time around, let's assume that the users don't know. The one using our Excel sheet don't know why the error pops up. So we would want to give the user a clue that the moment he highlights this cell, the cell D4, some information should pop up so that he knows that this cell must contain 1 to 5. Okay, let's do that. So we click on the active cell D4, we go to data validation, and now we go to input message. So we want to say that we want to create a title for it, for the cell. We want to say that enter a whole number. Okay, then we are going to write the information. We are going to explain it here that enter a whole number between 1 to 5. Okay, so these are the pop-up message we would want any user, anyone who would take our Excel sheet to see when he's about to write information in D4. Okay, you can choose any cell you would want to restrict and then we press OK. Good. So this time around you see The moment the user presses the D4 cell, you realize that it says that you should enter a whole number, and it's come to explain that enter a whole number between 1 to 5. So now the user saw this pop-up information and decided not to write it. He wrote 6 instead of, let's say, between 1 to 5. Still the message pops up. Now we want to edit the error message, okay, so that it can suit what we want the users to do. So now let's do that. Let's construct the error message so that it can we want the user to do. So we want to construct the error message. We go to this active cell, we go to data validation, and we go to error alert. So there are a lot of style here. We have the stop warning information, and we can place the warning sign, we can place the information sign, we can place the stop sign, any of the styles we want. But this time around we want to go to the title, the error message. You will say that whole number not entered. Okay, so we are saying that, and this time we want to explain that. We want to say that the error message should read the information is not between 1 to 5. Okay, so that when it pops up, when the user writes a number more than 5, it would tell the user that the information is not between 1 to 5, so check it well. So let's say that's how we would want our. You can construct any message you would want it to pop up users when they are doing anything other than the restriction you've made for them. So you press OK, and now this time around, let's say we are writing a number more than 5, 6, or 7. Press enter. Okay, now he said the topic is that whole number not entered. Good. And now it have explained, continue to explain that the information is not between 1 to 5. So that is strict user in a data cell to suit how we would want the sheet to be operated. Thank you for learning, and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials. Thank you. So in our next lectures we are going to learn creating lists.